Hi, my name is Marcel and I'm the owner here at gl.com. In this video we'll go over hair length. I'll explain how to measure the hair on mannequins. I'll also talk about hair layers and hair density. Cosmetology mannequin heads can be quite expensive, and often people ask me why some mannequins are so much more expensive than others. In the previous video of this series, we discussed hair types and quality levels. The type and quality of hair is the first important factor that impacts the cost of a mannequin. So if you have not watched the first video, I suggest you watch it first, then come back to this one. The second most important cost factor is the hair length. Now, since hair length is such an important factor in pricing a mannequin, it is important to understand how they are measured. Not everyone measures the same way, so let's look at this in more details. Hair length is typically measured from the crown to the ends. The crown is located on the top of the head, a little bit toward the back, about 2/3 of the way. By placing your measuring tape on the crown and dragging it down all the way to the tip of the hair in the back here, you get the overall crown to ends measurement. The second most popular way to measure hair is actually starting from the hairline at the forehead all the way down to the ends. This measurement is not as widely used, and because there's about 3 to 4 inches in between the hairline and the crown, it's important to find out how the vendor measures the hair. The crown to ends method is widely used and accepted, so naturally it is also the most common. Another measurement that's important to know is the length at the nape. This length will usually be the shortest length found anywhere on the mannequin head. Although understanding hair length is important, you need also to consider other factors, layering and density. Almost all mannequins have layered hair. A layered hairstyle simply means that shorter hair is blended in with longer hair. If you look at the following illustration, you see that hair from the top does not necessarily extend all the way to the bottom. If a mannequin was made with hair grafts of the same length all around the head, you would end up with dramatic layers around the whole head. So typically, the mannequin is made with longer hair at the top and shorter hair in the back and at the nape. This produces a more natural layering effect. If you find a mannequin that is described to as one length, it means that there are no layers. These hairstyles are also referred to as blunt cut. Non-layered mannequins are not common. The last thing about layers that is common with mannequins is the mixing of short and long hairs across the head. As you can see on this diagram, different hair lengths are mixed in together. This will reduce the cost of the mannequin without compromising the overall hair length, but the hair will be thinner. So the mixing of shorter and longer hair lengths is also very common with most cosmetology mannequins. Hair density is the final major factor that will impact the cost of your mannequin. Density is determined by how close each graft of hair is implanted next to each other. Cheaper mannequins usually have a lower hair density. For a haircutting class, you may not want to spend the extra dollars for higher density. However, once you get into more advanced styles or updos, the extra hair density may become important. Typically, hair is implanted at a 90-degree angle or angled toward the back. This is not how human hair grows naturally, so you will also find some mannequins that mimic natural human hair growth. They are especially important for bob cuts, which requires the bangs to fall forward. You can easily distinguish between the two by looking at the hairline. Standard implants are coming straight up, and natural implants are coming down and to the side. So we've reviewed how hair is measured on mannequin heads and how they are constructed with layers and different hair density. In the next and final video, we look at different kinds of mannequins and what they are used for, as well as mannequin stands. Thank you.